It's an all-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Bucks come into town for this one. Home court advantage goes to the 76ers playing here in Philadelphia. It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. We've got Allen and Robinson. And for the 76ers, Allen Iverson out there with Jerry Stackhouse and Williams. Well, there's no doubt the Sixers, Clark, one of the most disappointing teams last season in the NBA.
Yeah, only 27 games won, down from 41 won the year before, Kevin. That's a huge decrease.
Douglas with it. Outside Robinson. The three. Blocked. And Clark, did it surprise you just how bad the Sixers were last season?
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, the team had a high ceiling, low base going into last season. I mean, they had talented vets, but young players at the point guard position. That's always tough. An experienced head coach, but a completely new Princeton offense for the players to absorb. A lot going on there that never came together.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He believes this game could come down to the battle at their opponent's end of the court. He said, "We know they're a very smart defensive team, but we can't let that stop us from asserting ourselves. We need to be the team setting the tone." Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Coach, so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though, and you have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running.
Last season was a tumultuous one for Allen Iverson.
You know, from an unhappy situation in Detroit, an aborted parent with the Memphis Grizzlies, and then a short stay in Philly, I mean, it was musical chairs for him. And you heard things weren't much better on the home front, unfortunately.
Here's Iverson. Williams kicks to Iverson. Iverson can't get that one to fall.
Shocking how wide open he was. Even more shocking that he couldn't sink it.
The 76ers making a switch right here. Here is Douglas. Allen outside. 4 on the shot clock. Over Stackhouse. Allen, that's good. Here's Iverson. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Coleman backs in. From the wing, Gilligan snatches it inside.
That's not something you'll see very often. Not the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
That's the end of this closely contested first quarter. Bucks lead by 2.
They're playing lockdown D, Kevin. As a coach, you can't ask for anything more.
And we'll be back in just a moment. Close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Here's Iverson. Milwaukee made the playoffs, but they have some room to improve on the road.
Well, 18 up and 23 down. Not terrible, but clearly an area that needs to be polished up a bit, especially if they want to be a dominant team in the East. They've got to get that road win total up.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Allen and Douglas. Here's Iverson. Ray Allen picking up that last basket. Iverson right side. It's the elbow jumper. Iverson's got his first 2 points of the night. In regards to the Bucks on the road, Clark, you have to like that they improve on their previous record of 12 games.
So that's excellent improvement. I mean, that's a 50% improvement, Kevin. I mean, from 12 to 18 wins, that's impressive. So,
and he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
Here is Douglas. 1:09 left in the half. Iverson covering. Easy shot. The shot's good from Douglas.
The defense didn't challenge the shot, didn't get a hand in his face. And from such close range, that shot's a gimme.
Iverson against Douglas. Iverson kicks to Davis. Here's Walters. Rips it down.
And look at how he posed on the rim for a few seconds after that one. That's never going to endear you to your opponents. They don't like that kind of stuff.
No, he was enjoying that one so much he didn't want to let go.
Yeah, I think he was throwing salt in the wound, though.
Here is Douglas. Davis against Robinson. Great D that time from Davis.
Couldn't can it that time, but you keep taking it to the rack like that, and good things will happen for you.
Here's Iverson. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. So it's Milwaukee now. Now Allen. Iverson covering. 4 on the clock. Allen's shot is off. It's all tied in Philadelphia. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
Hope you're enjoying your Friday. Let's get you to the HP Halftime Report. The 76ers battling hard in this one. Precision ball movement. They made some fantastic passes. Also a strong first half for Milwaukee. They've been aggressively attacking the rack, getting a lot of points right at the rim. A valuable contribution so far by Ray Allen. Lighten up that scoreboard. He's making it ring like a pinball machine. And now we'll send you back to Philadelphia. See you next time.
The second half is now beginning. It's been a close one. Neither team has been able to get an edge. Here's Iverson. 14 wins in the conference for the 76ers last year. Not a great total.
Not at all. I mean, there's no way to say it other than that. And what's strange is they had 25 wins against the East the year before that. So just a sharp, sharp decline.
We've got Allen Iverson. He's out there with Jerry Stackhouse and Williams. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Allen. Again, Allen missing. Clark talking about their decline. It has to be in part because of some of the injuries they've had.
I think so. I mean, injury was certainly a part of it, Kevin, but they had to deal with that in 09 as well. I think they just weren't as effective getting up and down the court. They kind of slowed their pace a bit, and that took away from what they excelled at.
Douglas against Iverson. Allen outside. 19 feet away. Again, Allen missing.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but some...
Oh, my goodness. Nobody stopped the ball. The D made that much too easy for him.
Here is Douglas. 58 seconds left in the third. Iverson picks him up. Up top, Douglas. Iverson covering. Here's Robinson. It's blocked. That free throw, no good. And the 76ers making a change here. And the second free throw, good. And it's the 76ers with the ball. In the second half, they've only given up one basket coming from the free throw line.
He has almost supernatural bouncing ability. He can bounce right out of the building.
Only a handful of players have that kind of athleticism, Clark. Here's Douglas. connects from in close.
He clearly had the speed advantage there, and he used it to burn the D for the sweet hoop. Nice play.
Now Stackhouse. And that's floated right up and in. 8 points for him.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
And here's Douglas. Robinson kicks to Douglas. Robinson passes to Allen. Let's go with a three. And that one's good. Allen's got his third bucket of the night. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And we'll be right back here in Philadelphia. Now as we get going here in the fourth, let's send it over to Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark.
Well, for the 76ers, the spark has to be given to the guy at the two-guard spot in reserve off the bench. He's been huge for them. You hope when the subs come in, they provide an immediate lift. Exactly what he did, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He's certainly changed, Clark, the complexion of this one.
I thought he served as the catalyst. I mean, he willed his team in a positive direction, and they rode that momentum.
Here is Douglas. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. And Robinson. The leader. And another basket for Milwaukee.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Here's Iverson. The shot misses. And it's Milwaukee the other way. Douglas with it. Outside Robinson. Baker X him down. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Kev, both teams have ramped it up here in the second half.
The 76ers trail by 4. Now Iverson. For three. No good from Stackhouse.
He's been AWOL this quarter. When his team is down in need of some scoring from him, he hasn't shown up.
On top, Douglas. Davis against Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Over Davis. And another basket for Milwaukee.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
And the 76ers call time here. They're losing by 6. 50 seconds left to the fourth. A moment to check in with Doris. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. He told them, keep pushing hard to the end. Just finish out these last few minutes, and we'll be able to come away with the W. Kevin?
The 76ers making a switch right here. The Bucks have a chance to put this one out of reach. Coach is liking what he's seen from the offense. Douglas against Iverson. Back to Robinson. Stolen.
The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it.
Here's Iverson. No good. And the Bucks going the other way right now. And there's the intentional foul.
First foul, team's first.
And here are the Bucks now. 6-point game.
76ers foul called. Baron Davis. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
No good on the first. Sinks the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Timeout called the 76ers. They're behind by 7. 23 seconds left in the game. Clark, what are your thoughts?
They're going to talk strategy or perhaps what's on the dinner menu tonight, because this one is really about over. They have no chance of winning this game.
Here's Stackhouse. Can they get it? Up high and down hard.
took advantage of a little bit of lax defense right there.
Well, those chances are usually not going to go by the wayside. Here's Allen. 20 seconds left to the fourth. With authority.
Way to close out an opponent. Kevin, I think we're done here.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're down by 7. 15 seconds left in the game. Here's Iverson. Off the inbound pass. Good. Iverson's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, the defense went to sleep on that inbounds play. You've got to get people on the outside shooters.
And the intentional foul called as they try to prolong it here.
That's the right move. Stop the clock and hope they make a mistake you can take advantage of.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Perfect from the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that'll do it, Kevin. Those last free throws were the icing on the cake.
Here's Stackhouse. Douglas on the rebound.
You know, even though that one didn't fall, it isn't terribly out of his range. He can hit from that far on occasion.
And so the Bucks take the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. That about does it for Clark Kellogg and Doris Burke and the rest of our great crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for watching. Now, here is our Jordan Brand Player of the Game.